Want to ground me? Fine. Deal with the consequences. This happened a while ago. At that time, I was currently 13, 14 years old, I think. I was in a family vacation with my best friend. In this trip, we were supposed to stay 5 days in the lake and then come back home. My mom is, most of the time, a mayor a hole, so I was not surprised when she started having a bad attitude with me. After being 3 days on this trip, I was exhausted. I had spent all day on the lake and was really, really tired. All I wanted to do was to lay down in the camping tent and sleep the day away. My mom decided that this was a great time to ask me for help. She wanted me to carry my brother to the lake, bathe him, and bring him back to her. He was around a year old or so. Obviously, I was so out of myself that I told her no, and that she could do it herself. There was around a 10-minute walk to the lake. She started screaming at me as to how bad of a sister and child I must be, because I never helped her, and yada, yada. Then after screaming at me for half an hour, she asked me if now I was ready to help her. I responded no again, and that she hadn't gone out of the van all day, and that she must have been filled with enough energy to do it. Then she goes to scream at my dad to pack things up, take away my phone from me, and that I was grounded till she said so. Also, she made me go alone with her in the car ride. We went with 2 cars because we didn't fit, and proceeded to lecture me the 2 hours back home about respect, how I should behave, that I should help around more in the house, and to have more family time, and also that I could be doing other things and to get a hobby, because for her, I was apparently all the day on my phone. Cue to the malicious compliance. I decided that if she wanted all that, then I could manage. We arrived home at around 11 p.m. and she went to sleep at 3 a.m. for some reason. At 9 a.m. I was up and I decided that my new hobby was to play the flute. At first thing on the morning, I proceeded to play the flute so bad and loud that my brother started crying. I was playing the flute on the yard and they were on their room all the way across on the house and with their windows closed. She couldn't tell me anything because when she came to the yard to tell me off, but I was so polite and gave perfect reason that I was far and I was getting a new hobby, as she had told me. The house stayed squeaky clean for 2 weeks, but every day I made a point to go to sleep before everyone, so that every day I woke up a little bit earlier and ready to blast my flute each day for around 1 HR till they couldn't bear it anymore. I think I even reached playing the flute at 5 a.m. By the end of 2 weeks, the punishment wasn't over, but I was slowly driving my mom insane by messing with her sleep schedule, and I knew that. I also started lecturing my parents because they didn't have proper manners, and they couldn't tell me nothing because they knew I was right. I spent all the day stuck to either my mom or dad and talked their ear off and made everyone watch those horrible educational films no one likes, made them participate in family bonding time, like making cookies, proceeded to leave as much of a mess as I could, and when they told me to clean it, sorry, but I already have cleaned the house today. Could you do it? I was eating their brains, their sanity, and their free time, either by nagging them or by cautiously waking my brother up, but doing it in a quiet way, so that they wouldn't find out, and having them to deal with a baby all day long. The last day, around 2 weeks and a half, my mom was so fed up that she gave me the phone back. It has been around 2 or 3 years since then, and I haven't been grounded since then.